Join me, ladies, as we learn together, copying Angie's hot and flashy contour technique, and all you need are some brushes, a contour kit, and a sponge, and you're ready to go. So here we go, learning together, having fun. Hi, my friends. Today's video was sort of spontaneous because I was looking through YouTube's last night and I saw a contouring video that Angie from Hot and Flashy did about 6 years ago for the mature face. Now, at that time, I don't think Angie was too mature. She probably was in her 40s, but I'm going to copy that contour technique today and you will really see what a mature face looks like with a contour finish. And this is the finished product, and I'm going to take you through it step by step as I follow Angie. So I hope you'll enjoy it. Also, I've done an update at the end of this video with Moosey's pizza seed kit and all the trimmings that we have picked that have grown from those seeds. And I made a pizza and decorated the pizza with a lot of that from the garden. Now, I do want to remind you all that I am a novice. I only started wearing makeup about 2.5 years ago when I started watching YouTube and started my own channel. So I'm learning with you, and I do notice I put a little bit too much contour on the jawline. Has to be a little bit lower, but I do think it does make a difference. And Angie said that if the contour didn't show up dark enough on the cheeks, use a little bronzer, which I did. So maybe it's a little exaggerated, but we're learning all this together. And that's the fun of becoming ageless, having fun with makeup as we mature, and just feeling more confident about ourselves because maybe we're looking a little better. This is basically to show light and dark on your face. I am using this very little inexpensive NYX contour palette that I got on Amazon for only $4. She also used a NYX palette. It was a little more expensive one, maybe $7 or $8. And that's how we're doing this. Now beginning with the dark contour. Now, Angie says to begin at the hairline, below the cheek, a straight line down. Don't go too low, which I did, and then pull that down. What you're going for is to make the face more like a heart shape. The next thing she does, which I never do because I don't like to get it on my clothing and I don't use setting spray. So then she'll do the jawline. Now we can all use that, especially down here where the wise little lumps start. Now she does it under here. I don't particularly like to do this, but I'm doing it for the purposes of showing you what Angie does. Then she also puts a little, it's all cream by the way, and she puts a little up here, a little here, and if your forehead is too high, I don't necessarily feel mine is, but I do like to just show you for purposes of this. So there we are here. Also, she likes to put some of the contour down the side of the nose and a little bit here if you think your nose is too wide, and a little bit under the lower lip to make it look fuller. So that's one side of the face. Hope this is dark enough. Now we would put most of this down here, blend all this. Now I'm gonna try and not look in the mirror. First of all, a little bit on the eyebrow. You know, I'm going to have to look in the mirror. A little bit on the eyebrow here, little bit underneath the eyebrow. Now this is a creamy NYX, of course they call it NYX, a contour kit. And I'm using the lightest cream color. I really don't know what the difference is between this and concealer, but it's a cream. Under the eye, I'm following what she did, coming down here. She also does the cheekbone with this. This is what it is. It's the NYX contour, and I'm using this here. When I do the darker contour, I will do the darker one. This only was $4 on Amazon. So I'll continue here. It's nice and creamy, and I'm using one of these flat little brushes to apply it. Now, here's where I noticed the biggest difference. Coming down these folds, and I actually didn't put too awfully much on. Now, Angie says if you need it down here, which I do, the marionettes, try it there too. Okay. I'm going to begin the blending. Starting, well, I think Angie might have done this first. She might have done the contouring blending first. And I'm just enjoying using these brushes, but I think my face could have been a little more moisturized since it's such a dry face that things would blend faster. The other thing you have to realize is that the longer all this stays on your face, the more set it becomes, and it is harder to blend. I found that when I did the TikTok rainbow effect of makeup, it did set, and I waited too long in between applications. So we'll see how this goes. So I think I've blended enough of this in. Down the side of the nose. This is probably the best thing to use for in here. Now, this contour here is to make the nose look a little slimmer. And as Angie says, as you know, as you become wiser, the nose grows longer. So if you want to shorten it a bit, put a little bit of dark at the end, but always leave that cute little button. Okay. This does make your face appear much thinner, and I have a full face, so it probably would be good. All right, so now we'll do the highlighter. I think the blending brush does do a better job. Using a different area than I did with the dark. Probably should have used another blending brush when I switched colors here. And now I'm going to do the nasal labia folds, which I think probably made the biggest difference in hiding that dark shadow that comes with becoming wiser. Love that term. And did make the folds recede somewhat. So I think that's blended enough. You still see enough of the contour in the cheeks, and I like that. Using brushes for the probably one of the first times. And I'm also doing contouring for the first time. So Angie, thank you. I think this is kind of exciting. I will put my illuminating primer on. I don't use foundation, and she says to put the foundation on top of this now. Now she did not blend as much as I did because her foundation was going to blend it all in. So we'll see how this works. We're learning together. So, Angie, how am I doing? So we'll see if this blends it all together. We'll put a couple of pumps of this on. We're gonna see if this goes. And I always do this with my fingers. Now, some people would bring the contour down your neck. I'm not quite into that. Now, when I watched this video of Angie, I realized it was 6 years ago. So Angie was, at that time, probably late 40s, and she called it the contour for the mature face. So you have to realize there's quite a bit of difference between her mature face and my 80+ mature face. But it still works, I think. Now, in order to do this contouring, it's very easy. All you need are a few brushes, which I have, and a contour palette of highlighter and dark contour. And I have this one, NYX, and one more that I picked up, which is an e.l.f. contour, and this is a little more powdery. This one is creamy, and this one is a little more powdery. And that's all you need to do this contouring. Thank you, Angie. This was great. Oh, and a little sponge, makeup sponges. You can buy these on Amazon or Walmart or any drugstore. Now here is the completed face after my makeup. And I've done my usual makeup. And I'll just tell you what it is and show you some of the products, because I've done Get Readies with me so many times that this might make this video a little too long. First of all, I'm having fun getting better every day, I think, with my eye makeup, trying to disguise my hooded eyes. And by the way, Angie does some videos on hooded eyes too. She did have hooded eyes a long time ago, and from makeup and learning all sorts of tricks, her eyes are beautiful now. I use this palette for my eyes, and I try and keep them light and make the higher lines, as I've been advised by many of the YouTubers. And this is a Rimmel, believe it or not, $5 or $6, and it's the lighter palette. It's the Nude edition, Magnif'Eyes. And that's what I use on my eyes. This time I have a lot of different eyelash products, and this time I believe I used Essence for my eyelash, the Essence Princess. I do use a highlighter, and I love my highlighter, and that is a L'Oreal product. That one is the L'Oreal Highlighter, Illuminator Highlighter. And I believe this is called Slay Pink, the color. I do believe in a glow, so I always have to put my glow on. And I do use an e.l.f. blush, the little tiny blush, and that's a rosy blush. And that went on a little bit above the contour here. I swoop it up to keep everything on the upswing. And my lipstick is a Palladio lipstick. And I believe the color is Velvet Wine with a little bit of rose chrome on top to give it a shine. So this is the finished face. Thank you, Angie. I did learn a lot, and I thought especially around the jawline, it seems to work. I never did that before. And I did add a little bit of bronzer. She said add a little bit if it's not showing after you put all your makeup on top of this. Thank you, Angie. This has been very, very helpful, and I am pleased. You know, I did realize as a novice, not only getting all the contour and the makeup on my face, but I think I got it all over my shirt too. So please excuse any of this. This I'm doing very early in the morning. I think I started at 7 or 7:30. So a little early in the morning. I should have probably put a bib on the way I seem to do things. I'm going to stop sharing for a minute because I want you to go out in the garden with Moosey and see what I filmed this morning with Moosey having fun playing in the mud.
And here's what you do. They provide you with soil.
I'm just going to take a picture of that because I missed that. It's called a seed ball kit, okay, for your pizza. All the trimmings for your pizza. Got it. Yep. Pizza garden.
Yep. See the little balls there? With the seed, with the
where?
Basil?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay. So what we do is we take the soil they provided. Can you see how thin that is?
Yeah.
And you mix it with garden soil to make some, as if you're going to build a cake, make a cake. Your objective is to make a dough. See it coming into a dough?
Yes.
Got it. Now what you do is you make little balls. You're about to see, like this, like you were making a meatball. Okay.
Oh, that looks delicious.
Oh, now don't be mocking me. You haven't seen nothing yet.
Are you going to cook these? That looks like,
They're not brownies, they're dirt. 10 days, and some take a month. Now here's the other 3 packages. Arugula, which is sometimes known as rocket.
Love it.
Basil.
Of course, I love that.
Genovese basil. And these are cherry tomatoes.
Cherry tomatoes.
Which we already have growing over here.
Those seeds are so tiny, they're smaller than a pinpoint. Oh, so much smaller than a pinpoint. I hope they didn't get lost down. I hope they didn't get lost down in here in the pan.
3 or 4 or 5 of each one. And what you do is you let them, maybe I've already told you this, let them dry out for 2 or 3 days. And then you take the dry ball and pop it in a pot and see what you get.
Is that it?
A day in the life of a gardener.
Yeah.
Good, bad, and indifferent.
3 tomato plants that came out of those tiny flea-sized seeds. The arugula is much happier inside. So the arugula, I think we have maybe half a salad of arugula. Wish we had more of that. The basil is just doing well too. This pizza is so easy and absolutely the best pizza we've ever had, we said. You roll out the pre-made dough onto a cookie sheet and you leave the parchment paper in place. So it's a rectangular pizza. You put a little oil on with your marinara sauce and then you just put all your toppings on there from the garden. We even put some onions and some artichokes, marinated artichokes that I had left over. We baked it, I think, for the directions that are on the pre-made pizza. I think it was in a 400 oven. Fabulous. These are the names of the brands. You can buy them in any supermarket. One or the other is just as good, and it makes a great pizza, big enough to probably have for 2 nights. By the way, our daughter Dub said that you can buy that pizza seed garden kit in any cost plus. That's where she found it. Well, here's the finished product of Moosey's pizza seed kit. Isn't that terrific?
Isn't that something?
Cherry tomatoes.
Yeah.
Garlic chives,
Everything.
oregano, basil, everything from the garden, and from Moosey's initial mud balls.
And my hands are clean now, too.
Yeah, right. Well, enjoy.
Thanks for making it, honey.
Dig in. Well, that's it for the day. Thank you all for watching. Love those comments, especially about my mom. I know you all enjoyed that video, and I hope it brought back wonderful memories of your mother too. So until we meet again in our next video, bye for now. Thank you, Angie. God bless us all.